What's up, guys? Time to show off a build going out to my buddy Mike. Hopefully you guys like it too. Hopefully Mike loves it. So we did a custom cerakoted Kraken build done in super distressed, in a super distressed look. So essentially we lay different cerakotes down, wiping them off before baking them in. Did some antique bronze, did some antique brass, did some black, did some chunks out of the bezel before we, you can see the normal, what it's supposed to look like, right? So you've got the normal cutouts right there. You got a couple nice little divots out of it here and there, just to add a little bit of a distressed look to it. So custom cerakoted on the case, the bezel, the crown, the caseback, and the pre-V buckle. So a little bit of notch out there. Okay, Google, volume down. I know I've said that every like 10 minutes. I feel like it's like raising slightly every time. Then took a set of brass hands and then aged them with brass ager. The dial is custom acid etched and painted, so it is made to look distressed. So I sent the dial out with everything to my Cerakote guy so that he could get complementing colors. Right, we knew what direction we wanted to go in, but just wanted to make sure that we complemented it well. This is on one of Gillespie's new. He's like, I don't do canvas, but he do canvas now. So we've got a canvas wrapped leather from Mr. Gillespie over at Wristbound. Did a milled case back that we went back through and multi-cerakoted. Awesome looking distressing. Awesome looking distressing. So, I think Mike likes it, but it came out pretty freaking stellar. So, antique brass, antique bronze, matte black, and then brown with canvas wrap, wristbound strap. So, that's your build, buddy. Bezel on it will turn left, it'll turn right. It is just a tension ring bezel. Automatic mechanical, rotor in the back, as with all the watches Mike has. Whenever he wants to wear it, he's going to wind it just a little bit and make sure he does not lose time throughout the day, because these will die if you are not getting that rotor moving. Back the crown off the threads so you can wind it. It is a little bit tighter over time. It will get a little bit looser for you, man. It's that Cerakote just impact on it. So winding it this way will wind it. Winding it towards you doesn't wind it. This one, you can go back and forth, but it's still un poquito grueling. Do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on. That mixed with your rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day. But if you sit here and go for a little bit longer, you're going to max out your 31-hour power reserve on it. There you can see the brass pop, because straight on you're like, oh, okay, pretty cool. Now you can really see that in there under that domed acrylic. When you're happy with your winding, pull it to the one and only click. And oh yeah, if I recall, this one comes out a little bit further. Yeah. So, yeah, Mike, I'm glad you have some other watches from me already, because this one with the Cerakote, it is a little bit tighter over time. That kind of wears down and gets back to being smooth. I added a tiny bit of gun oil on the outside of there just to kind of help a little bit, but it's the whole thing. The crown, the stem gets some on it. It just makes everything just a little bit tighter for a while. So you'll pull it out to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. If you ever see your hands jump back, it's just because these are tight too. so that second hand stays in there. But it has anti-shock, so it will jump forward. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 10:24 a.m.
10:24 a.m. When you're good, you're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and wind it down. And that, sir, is your build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. These actually match really well. This is going to come in one of my slider boxes. Kraken slider box. This will come with a few things. Watch cleaner. This is a foamer, good on all glass and metal, says watch in the center. As well as a microfiber. Also going to get some leather conditioner. I don't know that I'd use it on the canvas part, but the leather part on the back, I don't know that you really need to use it here and here, but what's touching you is the leather. Use a rag or something like that. Don't use a microfiber. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like a polywatch. It's for your acrylic domed glass because you can't scratch it, but if you do, you'll put a tiny bit of this on it and you'll buff it out using your color matching microfiber. The scratches up and down, just go left and right, hazing it, buff it out. And if it's still there, wait a little bit, let that solidify and do it again. And that's it. That's your build, man. I think you're really going to like it. Outside of, you're going to work with that crown a little bit. Don't get worried too much about it. If you're like, oh, this feels like it needs to be pulled a little hard, pull it a little bit harder. You'll get it. It's just it's going to be like that for a minute. And but it fully functions. It's just you got to put a little bit more oomph into it than you're probably accustomed to. So, but like I said, at least you already have some from me, so you already know the process and everything. So, but that's it, man. That's your build. I hope you like it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.